This is Muhammad Zahid with Engineering Training Platform, and in this presentation we will continue to learn about the S7200 PLC. Hello friends, hope you are doing well. In this presentation we are going to discuss about the number systems and data types, and then which contains the analog, binary and signal state, characteristics of a number system, binary system, hexadecimal number, data types which contains the bool, byte, word, integers, real and string, and including with we will discuss about the status chart. I already presented a lot of topics regarding the PLC, and nowadays I am trying my best to provide you complete training of S7200 PLC. As you know that many topics already covered and rest of other will share you on a weekly basis to complete the full PLC training, and you can find easily all topics with engineering training platform on YouTube. In this slide we are going to discuss about the analog signals, binary signals and the signal states. The automation system processor check if there is voltage to the input or not, so that the different voltages can be processed by the processor. A conversion into signals take place in the input modules. A signal is a physical representation of messages or data. Therefore, the variation over time of the voltage at the output of a tachometer generator is a signal, in the same way as the level of the input voltage at the PLC. In the analog signal, since the signal output of the tachometer generator can assume any values from 0 up to a maximum value, it is an analog signal. In binary signals, when an input or output state can only assume two different values, off and on, this is referred to as a binary signals. These two values are designated with the digits 0 and 1. In the signal state, since a PLC only work internally with binary signals, only signals states of 0 or 1 can be proceed. The modules therefore have the task of the converting the different analog and binary signals into the signal states, which represent the 0 is equal to 0 volts and 1 represent the 5 volt. We have different number systems that are used in computers and automation systems such as the binary numbers, decimal numbers, octal numbers, hexadecimal numbers and binary coded decimal numbers. For the detailed presentation of number system, find the previous presentation in below links. All numbers system that are used are structured just like the decimal system that can be recognized by three fundamental characteristics: digits, base, the position weight for power of the base. Here you can see the decimal numbers, the base of 10, and the digits will be started from 0 to 9. In the positioning weight it will be such as 1, 10 and 100, and here you can see the simple examples. Binary system has the following characteristics: their two digits 0 and 1, base 2 and the positioning weight are powered of base 2. If you have to determine the numerical values of a given binary numbers, then you have to multiply the individual digits with their assigned positioning weight. Here you can see the example to convert the binary numbers into the decimal number. There is a base of 2, power 0 is equal to 1, base of 2, because the base of 2, this are binary systems. Whenever you are going to convert the binary system, you can see here these are the binary numbers, and this is the least significant bit and this is the most significant bit. The least significant bit you can see here, the 1 multiplied by 1, because the base of 2 power 0 is equal to 1, and this is the 1, and base of 2 power 1 is equal to 2. You can see 2 here. These all the values which is in the table. After that, you have to multiply the value to get the decimal numbers. Here you can see the power 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you have to use this list for the binary numbers. You have to multiply by so on up to the most significant bit, and then after that you have to multiply the numerical value, and then you can find the result, and after that you have to add all the values, and then you can find the result for the decimal number. Hexadecimal system has the following characteristics. For the first hexadecimal digits, the 10 digits of the decimal system are used. No new characters were created for the remaining 6 digits. Instead, the first letter of the alphabet are used. Then here A is equal to 10, B is equal to 11, C is equal to 12, D is equal to 13, E is equal to 14, and F is equal to 15. This is because exactly 16 numerical value from 0 to 15 can be represented with the 4 binary digits. Here I will give you an examples, then to convert the hexadecimal number into the binary numbers and then decimal number. To find the hexadecimal, then you have to convert the binary numbers into the decimal numbers. Decimal number I already covered in my previous slide. In this section, you can see the hexadecimal will represent the base of 16. Base of 16 power 0 is equal to 1. Base of 16 power 1 is equal to 16, and so on. The 4 binary digit is equal to 1 hexadecimal number. This is the least significant bit, and this is the most significant bit. The 4 binary digits is equal to 1. That's why we divide it into 2 parts now. Now these binary numbers we will convert into the decimal numbers and to find the hexadecimal result. This 1 multiply by 1. Why we done this multiply by 1? Because we are converting binary number into decimal numbers. This binary numbers 1 multiply by 1 because 2 base 2 of 0 is equal to 1, base 2 of power 1 is equal to 2, base 2 or power 2 is equal to 4, and so on. Here you can find the result of the decimal numbers, and then after that you have to convert the decimal number multiply by hexadecimal numbers. This one for the hexadecimal. And how we find this one? Because this binary digits, 4 binary digits is equal to 0 hexadecimals. For the 0 hexadecimal, if you will come here, 16 base of power 0 is equal to 1. Then you have to get the result of 1. 13 multiplied by 1, 13, and this 13 represent the result of D. And then here you will convert the another binary numbers, and this binary numbers is equal to 1 hexadecimal number. Because 0, 1, 2, 3 they go from it is started 0 is started from the least significant bit, and then it goes on up to the required value. But here we have the 8 binary digits numbers, and then we have to convert it into 2. That's why it comes 0 and 1. And again you have to convert this number. 0 multiplied by 1 is equal to 0. Again you have the base of 0, the binary numbers, the base of 2. Then you have to convert base of 2 power 0 is equal to 1. Base of 2 power 1 is equal to 2. Base of 2 power 2 is equal to 4. The same, and you have to go on. After that you have to add all of these values. The result will be 12. And this 12 is equal to C. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 11, and C is equal to 12. 12 multiplied by 16, and now you will think this 16 came from where? Here I already explained you this one. This is a hexadecimal number. If you will come here, you can see here base of 16 power 1 is equal to 16, and that's why the 12 multiplied by 16 is equal to 192. After that, this now you find the result 13 is equal to D and 12 is equal to C. You can find the result now, and after that you have to add that value, then you can get the decimal numbers. Here you can see the list of the data types. The data types are bool, byte, word, double word, integers, double integer, real and string. The bool is equal to 1 bit is either 0 or 1, byte is equal to 8 bits, word is equal to 16 bits, double word is equal to 32 bits, integer is equal to 16 bits, and double integers is equal to 32 bits, real is equal to 32 bits, and string is equal to 255 bytes. The data types that is to be used in a program can be assigned to a data types. By assigning a data types, you define the size of the data and the structure of the bits. Each data type has its own assigned memory of fixed length. As a result, number values, text value, and parameter types have various format of the representation available. Step 7 provides various format of displaying numerical values, and these format can be used to input constant or to monitor data. And these formats includes the binary formats, boolean format, byte format, hexadecimal format, integers with sign bits, and a real number format. But for the data types, I already presented previously the complete details of the data types. I will advise you to find the lecture and to go through to get the details of the data types. Now we will discuss about the data type bool. The bool data types refer to a bit or a binary digits, and the signal state of a bit is 1 or 0, even you can say true or false. In function block diagram, normally open instruction are represented by AND and OR boxes, and these instructions can be used to manipulate Boolean signals. Binary signals can be either 0 or 1. These instructions load the bit values of the address bit to the top of the stack, or you can say that get the bit value to the top of the stack through AND or OR gates. Here you can see some network examples for the byte and addresses. The byte is collection of the 8 bits, and it is used for the following instruction: compare instruction, convert instruction, logical operation, and or exclusive or, move instruction, shift rotate instruction, and so on. Here we will discuss about the data type words, the AND word, OR words, and exclusive OR word instruction corresponding bits with two input values, input 1 and input 2. You can see here in the picture, and load the result in a memory location. Here you can see, which is represented by out. You can see another, the shift right and the shift left word instruction shift the input word where it is represented by in value to the right or left by the help of shift count, which is represented by n, and load the result in the output word. In this slide we are going to discuss about the data type integers, and for my previous slide you are already familiar with the binary representation, word and double word, as well as the binary coded decimal format in group of binary digit bits. The integer data type is an integer which are the 16 bits, and the sign bit number 15 indicates whether you are dealing with a positive or a negative number. 0 equal to positive and 1 equal to negative. The range of an integer 16 bit lies between minus 32,768 and plus 32,767. An integer occupies one word in the memory. In the binary format, the negative format of an integer is represented as a 2 complement of the positive integer. At this 2 complement of a negative number, when you reverse the signal state of all bits and add a 1 at the result. Real number, also called a floating point number, is a positive or a negative number that cover a decimal value such as a 0.339 or minus 11.32. You can also replace the real number with an exponent in order to state the integer power of 10, with which the real number has to be multiplied in order to arrive at the desired value. As a result, the number 1024 can be expressed as 1024 E3. The real number occupies 2 words in the memory, whereby the most significant bit states the sign bit of the number. The remaining bit represent the exponent and the mantissa. The range of such a real number cover from minus 3.40823 at 10 base power 38 to 3.42823 10 base power 38. A string data type is a sequence of characters, with each characters being stored as a byte. The first byte of the string defines the length of the string. A string can have a length of 0 to 254 characters. For the status chart, then after you have downloaded your program into the PLC, then you can create one or more status chart to monitor and test the program execution. If the PLC is in the run mode, the program is executed consecutively, then you can turn on the chart status so that the status value in the chart are continuously updated. As an alternative, you can use the single read function to make a snapshot of the status value in the chart without having to turn on the status chart. While you are viewing a status chart, you can also put the PLC into the stop mode and only execute the first or a specific number of cycle scan in which you monitor the program execution. And also please note that you cannot modify your chart when the chart status is turned on. Turn off the status chart if you want to edit the chart. End of lecture of S7200 PLC training. I hope you enjoy the lecture. Please subscribe, like and press the bell icon to get the further notification. Thanks for watching.